Hello everyone and welcome to West Coast Thrift Journey. So on today's adventure, we are doing some vintage shopping in downtown Portland. I'm really happy to be able to bring you guys this really fun and exciting episode. Mel and Piper are already in Hollywood Vintage and they are checking out some clothing. I'm going to go through the store and see what I can find and what I can show you guys just touring around the store. So let's go ahead and get into the store and see what we can find. So if this is the first time that you are stopping into my channel, watching any of my videos will be so much fun for you because today we are finding boho, eclectic, really fun bargains in the vintage stores. I always love to vintage shop and I really love to go to the thrift stores and yard sales. So if you love those kind of videos, make sure and subscribe, like, and share to your friends. As you can see, this is a really large vintage store. They actually even have a basement that has furniture in it. We will get down there in just a little bit. I'm really anxious to see what they have down there, and I'm sure you guys are too, knowing that I'm looking for furniture for my living room. But I'm going to go through some of these booths and see what we can find. One of the first items that I came across is this really beautiful macrame piece for $85. I think it's such a steal. I wish I had a place to put that. But I also love to go through some of the vintage clothing and some of the stuff that they have on the shelf. I spotted a couple of glasses and thought maybe I could get them at a great deal, but they were a little pricey for me today, so I'm going to leave those behind as someone else's treasure. Wow, I just really love the art on some of these old albums. So the next item that I came across are a couple of bucket hats. They are really on trend right now, and I was actually looking for one that would be a little bit more summery. So I went ahead and just left these behind, and then I also came across this really beautiful kimono. I'm sorry, I was losing my words here. And I just thought that was really beautiful. And then these pants I thought were so crazy cool. I just love stuff like this. I wish they were my size. I really love finding tapestries like this at $15. I think they are such a steal. I'm having Mel hold this up because I just really wanted to show you guys how beautiful it is. So there's actually this tapestry, and then there's also the tapestry that has mushrooms on it, and I think this is really cool, just kind of retro. So I really wanted to show that to you guys. They are 15 bucks. And then Mel says, I don't know why you had me hold that because they already had them up on the ceiling. So then I also came across this bird, and I really hoped that I would get it for just a few dollars, but it looks like the vendor knows how to price it right. And I really thought about getting this picture, and I really love it, but probably just didn't love it enough. I didn't get it. But I also really love to check out the art and all the things up on the top shelf. So let's just keep looking around. The next item that I found is this really beautiful shirt. I think in the summertime, adding a lot of color for such a great deal. I'm going to go ahead and snatch this up, and then I'm going to check around the corner and see what else I can find. One of the next items that I spotted are these really cute curtains. If I had a window in my kitchen, I definitely would have picked these up. If you guys like to vintage shop for clothing, this is definitely the store for you to go to. It has a really high volume of clothing. So I came across this really cool tapestry. It is a little too beachy for me. It would definitely go in my home in Montana, but we have intentions of selling, so I left it behind. So I really try to keep up with some of the trends that are going on, and scarves for your hair or to actually tie around your ankle to kind of dress up a shoe is a really great thing to find. This one is about $10, and it's kind of typical to find scarves for $2 to $10, sometimes up to $18. And then I came across this really cool belt. This would be so fun to wear in a really cute boho little outfit, just light and sunny. And then I came across this really cute bag, so let's check it out. Here is another example of things that kind of catch my eye when I am in the vintage store. I think these are so adorable. I wish they would fit me. It's just kind of a common thing in the thrift stores not to carry plus size. I wear a 2, sometimes a 3, but I always love to look. So going through the clothing is really fun and so nostalgic. When you come across a really cute dress like this, you can just think about who wore this for Easter or for a birthday party. And I really love coming into these booths and just checking out everything that I possibly can and reminiscing. So one of the next items that I found is this really cute scarf. It is a very long piece, so I imagine that it probably came as a piece that went around your waist, and also maybe you could throw this on a pair of jeans, something like that. And maybe if I just threw even a piece like this one into my hair, I think that would look super cute. So I'm going to think about which one to get, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the first one I decided on. And then I came across this really cool hammock. I do have a couple of hammocks, and I usually sell them here locally. So the price on this one is just right on trend. But I love to go through some of the clothing. Make sure and leave me a comment and let me know if you guys love vintage clothing as much as I do. Okay, so I also came across another butterfly shirt. I really liked this one, but I think the other one that I'm deciding to go ahead and get is more beautiful and more vibrant. But this is definitely an example of another piece that I would purchase. Now let's go ahead and head downstairs to the furniture section and see what they have. I am looking for mid-century modern, and I'm not really seeing any, but let's just take a look around. I was really surprised to see this bowl downstairs, but when I turned it around and saw that it had some damage, I was so disappointed because I really wanted to purchase this piece, but I did leave it behind as someone else's treasure. So also they have a lot of really great lighting, and they do have some furniture from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and I really loved the pattern of fabric on this piece. But here is a really beautiful pillow, so let's check it out. Wow, I just love the vibrant colors in that. So fun for summer. So they do have some pieces back here. They're kind of tucked away, and I just wonder if they're going to go ahead and pull them out later. I really would love to have this little rattan footstool and make myself its own cushion. And then I came across this really beautiful piece, but it is definitely too much for me. I would much rather buy something thrifting, so I really don't see too much more down here, but I'm going to give you guys a little tour and show you guys what else they have. The next item that I came across is this really beautiful rosary. I think I'm going to call them in the morning and actually have them put this on hold. I think it would look really beautiful hung on my gallery wall. Mel also came across this really beautiful tapestry, and we are also going to be thinking about this piece and having it framed. I was so excited when I came across this really awesome clothing hamper. It is for your dirty laundry, but in the compartment on the inside, it's actually where you put your panties and your bras. What a brilliant idea. I also came across these masks, and they were priced at $20 a piece. I do think it's fairly reasonable, but I did leave them behind for someone else's treasure. But let's go ahead and check out this painting. It wasn't very long ago that I actually saw this painting at the Benz. So that day I did not video, and I'm really sorry that I didn't. But anyways, I really love to come across these old record players. This one is a little spendy, but I do find these in the thrift stores from time to time. All right, I'm not seeing very much more downstairs, but when I came upstairs, I feel like I just levitated right over to this really beautiful little pot. I thought it was so cute, but for $20, I think I could have the hunt of finding something that great in a thrift store. But I really love to come into the vintage stores and see how things are priced, so I know how to price the items that I will be selling to you guys and that I sell also on Facebook Marketplace. Well, I just don't feel like I have enough time to make it through this whole store. Mel and Piper are ready to go to the next store, so we're just going to jump in the car and we'll meet you there. All right, everybody, we are at the House of Vintage. This place has a huge following on Instagram, and they have a huge following on Facebook. They sell so many fantastic items. Piper really had to twist my arm not to come to this store, and I'm really excited to shop it and see what we can find. I'm actually looking for a really cool vintage swimsuit. I hope I can find one, so let's get in the store and see what we can find. As soon as I walked through the door, I noticed that they had a lot of jewelry, so let's check it all out. I'm not going to be purchasing any jewelry today, so just touring through it is what I will be doing. So don't be disappointed. I'm sure I will be doing so much shopping through the summer, and I will be bringing you guys along on every adventure. So one of the first clothing items that I came across was this really beautiful muumuu, and I think this is so cute, but I did leave it behind because I'm actually going to find another piece. And 3, 2, 1, here it is. Isn't this so cool? Oh my gosh, I am just so excited. It's $62 and I did not pick this piece up, but this really goes to show you when you go to the vintage stores, the things that you will find. This store will never disappoint you. It may take you hours to go through it. It is like Disneyland for clothing. So let's see what else we can find. As you can see, what I am drawn to this summer is really fun, vibrant colors. So I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It was made in Hawaii, and this is definitely coming home with me. So this is really me just kind of standing in one spot and just doing a full circle and showing you guys how big the store is and how much clothing there is. Now don't get me wrong, they do have some items that are on the shelf for you to take a look at in some of the booths. But let's get back to some of the clothing. I'm really excited to show you some of the pieces that I found, like this beautiful dress. All right, finally, I'm spotting some swimming suits, so let's see what they have to offer. While I was checking out this scarf that I thought was absolutely gorgeous, I looked up and I spotted this really awesome swimsuit. So I took a peek inside and checked the size, and yay! I am so happy that I finally found a really cute swimming suit. See guys, I told you I would find one, and for $19, it's such a steal. I love the print on it and the birds, and I really love it with this really awesome kimono that I found. I think this will be so great to wear to the pool. So let's see what else we can find. I found this really beautiful tapestry, so let's take a look at it. I really love tapestries that have peacocks on them, and this one really caught my eye. It is $28 and it is well worth the price. I actually think I'm going to call in the morning and have them hold it for me for pickup. This vendor has some really great things on the shelf, so let's check out these really beautiful stamps. These stamps certainly are one of the really great finds of the day. I think using pieces like this in order to maybe just put your own design across a wall is really fun. And then they had some jewelry, and I found this really awesome mask, so let's take a look at it. That mask is so beautiful and really worth the $15. So as I turn to the next booth, I find some more swimming suits. So let's take a peek at those and make sure I'm not leaving anything behind that I think I could wear. I'm not seeing anything my size there, and either are these really cute pants, but I am so drawn to some of the really vibrant colors this year, and I'm really excited to find some really great things to show you guys today. Mel and Piper are ready to check out, and I'm going to give them some of the items that I have found and peek into a couple of more spaces to see what I can find, and then I will just add my finds along with theirs. I am definitely thinking that this is not going to be my last adventure into this store. I have found some really great boho and eclectic items that I will be able to use in my home, and I really have enjoyed showing you guys things that they have to offer in the store. If you guys are just subscribing to my channel for the first time and sharing my channel to some of your friends and family, thank you so much. I am so excited to bring you guys really fun episodes all summer, and I am so thankful to have all of my fantastic subscribers. I am going to go ahead and look around just a little bit more because there's only a couple of other spaces to check out, and I actually spotted some art pieces, so I'm going to check out those, and they're a little bit closer to the front of the store. It actually looks like this side of the store has vendors that have a little bit more home good items on their shelves, along with some of the clothing. I really love checking out the art. You guys know me, checking out the art. I always love finding fantastic pieces, and I love selling them. And I can't wait to sell pieces on my new website that will be coming up very soon in July. I definitely have to come back to the store and check out some more of the clothing. If you guys are in the neighborhood of the House of Vintage, be sure to stop in and see what they have to offer. I also found this really beautiful picture for only $10, so I'm going to go ahead and add this to my purchase today. Well, now that we are all checked out, we are going to go ahead and head next door. As soon as we crossed the street, we came across this really beautiful store called Road to Tibet. I am so amazed. This is definitely my jam. So I'm going to show you guys around the store because she's getting ready to close. So she's going to go ahead and let me walk through the store and give you guys a tour. And then I told her that I would come back the following week and see what else she had to offer. She does have some really beautiful items, and I'm really excited to show you guys. This beautiful store has so many imported items. I cannot even tell you how beautiful this store is and how wonderful it smells. It is full of boho and eclectic items, jewelry, and clothing. They also have candles and incense. If you guys are looking for items, be sure to check out her website, and I will drop the link here below so that you guys are sure to find her. She is locally owned, and her parents also used to own a vintage store in I cannot remember the name, what she told me. But anyways, I just found this store to be so beautiful and quaint and just full of vibrant colors. I really love the feel of the store, and I think that you guys will too. I came across this toad. I actually found one like this in the Goodwill, and she was telling me that this is one of the pieces that her parents had in their antique store in Kathmandu is actually where they had it. So I thought that was very cool. They have a lot of really beautiful pillows, art, tapestries. I just love this store, and it is just packed full. It isn't a huge store, but when you guys come into the store and when you guys check out her website, you guys will be so pleased with all the things that she has to offer. Boy, that peacock picture sure is beautiful and well worth the $200. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I actually checked this piece of art right behind it because I found it to be so colorful. And then when I turned to look at this beautiful plant that was hanging here, I discovered something that I hadn't thought of myself. So she has this vase sitting inside of this vintage planter, hand macrame planter. And I thought that was just a really great inspiration for me to do. I do have a couple of vases and some macrame pieces, and I thought that would be super cool to do and very colorful and just full of life. Okay, guys, that is the end of this really fantastic adventure. I am so happy that you guys were able to come along today. Make sure and subscribe, give me a big thumbs up, and make sure that you guys share to all of your friends and family. I am so excited to have you guys here commenting on every episode. I am so lucky to have you all. And I also just want to say thank you so much, and you guys have a great evening.